Hello Internet, this is Kawa, welcome back to Flatcore. This will probably be a fairly quick video because this is mostly just a life update and a little bit of a build update. Celeste has mostly been on vacation, so there hasn't been much improvement around. There have been some additions to the signs though. This is not a battle sign. This, however, is a battle sign. Battle sign ho! Also, man pants. This was me. Yes, man pants, yes. Anyway, I did fix this. It actually did require 8 pistons and 8 sources of water. Let me explain the basics of this. So there are water sources up here. Currently completely contained by all of this. And, here we go. Every point counts. Every point does count. Anyway. So there's also water under here and under here just to hydrate all of this, which makes sense. And there's enough blocks and such on the side such that if water flows, well, when water flows, it will not overflow. Anyway, so that water up here, the top one, this bottom block that's holding them up, is held up by a set of sticky pistons. The sticky pistons are keeping that water from flowing, and they are that block is there holding that water up right now because this is all on. So all the pistons are up and it's holding. If/when I flip this, the pistons will all come down, and then suddenly, that bottom block, which was holding the water up, which is the same as this block, is suddenly down here. So, shunk, it goes down, and now there's water here which can flow downwards, won't escape, and will end up around here, pushing all of these crops all the way down. After some time, I can flip it again to return things back to its normal starting position. The water will clear, and I can just walk around here collecting all the things. Pretty nifty. So, that's different from my original design. My original design basically had 4 in the corners that were going to try to flow to the center, but it turns out just 4 in the corners doesn't cover the entire 64 plots here, and 64 plots were required for the challenge. Besides of which, I was having trouble containing the water to make sure it wouldn't spill outwards. So I had to retool the whole thing. This is a very classic design. The version of this I got from, I believe, the semi-official Minecraft wiki. And ever since I've been using it, I used it once for wheat, and nowadays I'm using it for potatoes. Because potatoes are a better food source than carrots, especially baked potatoes. And with a healthy supply of potatoes, I will be much better off food-wise. So let me actually swap this out, clear my inventory a bit, and talk about... Oh, my sound is up really high, isn't it? Yeah. Let's go here-ish. And let's crank the music to 5. I do like the Minecraft music. It's just, sometimes it can be a little hard to talk over it. Anyway, so this video, all of my Flatcore videos are basically not vlogs. They talk about random stuff in my life and things that interest me, without the pressures of much gameplay. That's something you guys all know by now. And today's is a little important, because, today's is about some changes that are going to happen to the channel, and, things you should expect or lack thereof in the next little while. So, as those of you who watch a lot of my videos who have been loyal Flatcore watchers know, I should say. I have been unemployed or underemployed for a very long time. Like, probably ever since I finished my studies last, well, not even last, it's been over a year. I got my master's degree in, this should not be here. I got my master's degree in operations research in December 2011, and ever since I have not been up to much. I've done some tutoring. I've done some tutoring. I was a database assistant and data entry person for a while. I did some volunteer teacher assistance kind of stuff, but I have not really had a job in the sense of full-time with insurance kind of living for a very long time. And as you can imagine, this has been kind of a pain, because, well, money's hard. Money's hard to get. I'm lucky I have my family sustaining me. My partner has been extremely generous. My parents have been extremely generous. And I'm currently on unemployment. Well, and I make pennies, literally pennies on these videos. As reliable as I am with them and as much as I work, it's nowhere close to enough to even do anything with, even after all these months. And I have been living in New York City with my family. I had recently decided that I wanted to go back to Florida, which is where I got my degree, in order to keep looking, because the New York environment is extremely competitive, like kind of obscenely so, really, and I just haven't been able to compete, and we'll do that because I want to collect some eggs. Oh yeah, there is something I need to show you guys here, which is this. This is a work in progress. There's no clock yet, so it's actually more efficient to just throw the eggs. But the eventual plan for this, I grab some eggs, is eggs will be collected and go into this chest. And now you see that they're all draining out. Well, they're all draining out into this hopper. And from the hopper into this dispenser. This dispenser will shoot the eggs out. As of right now, it only does it every time I push that button, which is really inconvenient because I can't push that button as fast as just, you know, click, 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 click. There's a delay on it. What I'd like, eventually, is to set up a small redstone circuit here, where I could basically turn it on, and just have it just send a pulse regularly. As pushing the button for me, as it were. Just flip on a switch and then have it go. You know, turn the dispenser on, shoot an egg, turn the dispenser off. Then really quickly turn it on again. Turn it on again, turn it off again, turn it on again, turn it off again. Creating a what's known as a clock. That would send a pulse, a signal for this thing to turn on and off very regularly. So that's a thing, and hopefully that will work in the future. But I need to research my redstone to do that, and I haven't gotten around to that yet. Anyway, back to the story about my lack of job. So yeah, I don't have a job right now. I tutor part-time, but it's summer, so I don't have many students, and it's not sustainable anyway. As I said, the market here is insanely competitive. Ludicrously competitive, even. And so I had been considering moving back to Florida. Um, and besides which, my partner, who was, well, is working on their master's degree currently at a university here, is about to finish, and so wants to go back to Florida. They're originally from the Tampa Bay area, and wants to go back and uh, spend time with family, work on a family business while looking for other work. And so my partner's about to go back to Florida anyway. I would have not having any luck finding employment here, so yeah, let's go back to Florida. So my original plan had been apply to jobs now and come in whether or not I get one around the end of September. That's how I've been planning it, and that's why I hadn't really talked about it yet, because it wasn't final, and if something showed up here in New York, obviously that would change and whatnot. Now, as it turns out, one of the things I've applied for wants me in person for an interview next Wednesday. I'm recording this, by the way, on Wednesday the 7th, and they want me to come in on the 14th in person and speak with them. And I do have enough money to last second buy a one-way ticket to the part of Florida I'd be going to. It's in Central Florida, Brevard County. I'm not going to be more specific than that unless you ask. Though, with all the details I've given about my life, you can probably figure it out. um, but yeah, I I now have a flight for Monday. The for Monday afternoon day. So I leave early in the morning and get to Florida around lunchtime to go, and it's one way. And with my original plan, another thing about my original plan is that my partner is planning to drive to Florida with family members. So I would have hitched along and brought my desktop with me, so there wouldn't really have been any major break in service in terms of recording and communicating online. Maybe like 2 or 3 days to, get packed, get on the road, drive depending on how the drive, myself and the other drivers are feeling, and, decompress after driving. So a few days at most where I wouldn't be able to record. Now though, I'm flying. And my recording computer is a desktop, which is too big to go onto the plane. And besides which, it'd just be extremely impractical for me to bring it. So I'm leaving it behind. And I will probably not be back in New York. I mean, depending on what happens, if some other situation comes up, I may be back and this entire conversation will be moot. But it's entirely possible that I will just say, okay, well, I'm in Florida now, and I will just stay in Florida. My partner still cannot leave before the end of September. So they would be the one to bring my desktop. Basically, I would have it all packed up here in New York City, and they would stop by, pick it up, drive it down, and bring it to me at the end of September. But what that means is, of course, then I am without my recording computer for about a month, if not more. Depending on what happens with this job application and other job applications, I may be able to grab some sort of small, you know, laptop solution, or go to friends and ask them, if I can use their computer for a while, install fraps and do the thing. But that, it's so extraordinarily unlikely that it's probably impossible. So what this is looking like is that I will just be out of a recording computer for about a month, give or take. this is really unfortunate because I actually had a lot of plans for new content for you guys. Um, Besides the regular Dungeon Crawl, Stone Soup, and Dungeon Mans, both of which have been going decently well, maybe not extraordinarily in the Dungeon Man's case, but no complaining. Um, but other than those, there was also a new vanilla Minecraft thing I wanted to start doing. A semi-private vanilla server that I'm a part of that I wanted to record on with some friends, friends from the salad, as well as a small complete the monument map that I wanted to do with a fellow LP on the salad. That I was extremely just yesterday. I had found out about the map. I was so excited. I was looking into servers to buy so that we could do it, and doing all the research. And now I am about to go on a trip, and I don't think I'm gonna make it happen. Um, let alone record anything for like a month. So it's and on the roguelike end, I should specify this wasn't all new Minecraft content I was about to do. I wanted to finally get off my butt, and I finally had some ideas for continuing exploring the ASCII dungeon. I also had some ideas for other LPs to do, notably finally get started on an Ancient Domains of Mystery LP, because I love that game. Like, I really love that game. Um, if Crawl is the game I play now the most and admire the most from a community perspective, ADOM was the game that made me love roguelikes in the first place. So ADOM means a lot to me as a Let's Player, as a roguelike player and as a member of the roguelike community, and I really wanted to explore that in more detail. But I can't do that now. And I also wanted to explore Liberal Crime Squad, which was originally a project by the Adams brothers, Tarn and Zach Adams, the makers of Dwarf Fortress. They abandoned the project, and now it's an open source project with a really interesting setting and idea. Not necessarily wonderfully balanced, but since when are roguelikes, perfect paragons of gameplay and balance? And the usual bizarreness that you can expect from a Bay 12 Games UI. But it's a fascinating game, and I wanted to cover it, and I wanted to talk about it in some detail. But that also looks like it's not happening now, thanks to this. So it's weird. I'm really excited about this opportunity. It's a possibility for employment that would actually make me very happy, and and work that I think would really suit me. In terms of my skills, it's it's something that I think would be pretty great, but it does mean that I'm sacrificing a lot on this and on the Let's Playing end. And that was something I wasn't necessarily ready for yet. Obviously, if I did get this, well, I hope to Let's Play regularly as long as I can and as long as I find it engaging and interesting, which I hope will be forever. Whether, and I kind of hoped to be able to do it daily or as close to daily as I can manage it for an extremely long time. So suddenly having, oh, wait, here's a month, don't, is rough, and not something I expected to do. But I can't say no to the opportunity, for a lot of reasons. And as I said, I am really excited about what that future is and what that future means. So, yeah. I'm sorry to disappoint you guys, those of you who have been really loyal. Oh yeah, did I mention Celeste is trying to make the walls like this now? Which I think is the coolest thing. They look great. Maybe we'll work on that a little bit while I talk. Um, yeah, I love you know, I love recording, I love commentating. This also means I will probably be unavailable for roguelike radio episodes for a while because um, I don't know if I'll have the resources to get on Skype regularly and have my headset and all of that. We'll see. I might get lucky. And I'll probably bring my headset with me because why not? Um, but yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen next for me, for my channel. Um, other than I'm gonna go on a hiatus for a while. And I hope you all stick with me and keep supporting me no matter what happens because that means a lot. That really means a lot. Anyway, so here's the stone bricks. Let's see if I can start working on recreating this pattern a little bit. Oh, it's nighttime though. It's about to be nighttime. I don't want to break the walls at night. That sounds terrible. Don't do that. Well, maybe we can really quickly get this one up. If I can at the very least get down the actual just 3i, this thing, that would do a lot. So, 2, 3, yeah. I'm guessing this thing was special just for the entrance? Yeah, it looks like it's solid all the way up otherwise. Well, let's see. I know this thing has 3 levels. The top is just sort of a rampart you can peek out over. I might put like ladders on these so you can climb on top if you want to. Or maybe put slabs down here so you can peek up. That would be interesting. And on this level you can walk on top of this. Okay, so that. Those are full blocks, so that. I am not sure why this one, no, it wasn't that one, why this one is a stair. So, I will replace it with full blocks, because we may need the stairs later. See, because that's, yeah, that's all full blocks. Most I could think maybe this was a stair? No, it wasn't. Okay, not sure what you're up to, Celeste, but, ooh, I need torches, because otherwise this stuff's gonna spawn up here, and that's bad news. Bad news bears, even. Minecraft references. Anyway, yeah, so thank you all for your support in this weird and bizarre and awkward time for me and for everything. I really do enjoy Let's Playing, and I try to take it seriously, or as seriously as I, you know, it warrants. What was I getting? Oh yeah, torches. I really do enjoy it, and it's a big part of who I am and what I do nowadays, so having that taken away for a while is going to be an interesting experience, but I thank each and every one of you for being here, for being part of it. Yeah, not sure what is up with that. I have 1 slab. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, I think it will be good for me. I know for sure that getting back to Florida will be good for me. I miss the place. I still have friends there. miss the weather. I actually really do like warm, humid weather. Coming back to New York was mostly about environment and family than it was about actually, liking New York objectively for its own sake. The warm weather's better for my eczema and lots of things. But yeah, thank you all so much. And hopefully I will be back sooner rather than later with more and more exciting content. I have to admit, actually, that as much as I do love doing this, it 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 gets repetitive after a while, and it gets, I don't want to say difficult to justify, because that's not the word, but it's easy to get burnt out, and it's easy to get lost in the tree, not see the forest from the trees. Um, you guys are a wonderful little community, and growing at a rate that I'm sure no one expected considering the nature of my content. But, you know, I look at all these people I admire and all of this stuff I want to do, and it's a long and slow process of gaining that respect as a person and as an LPer and as an entertainer, creating the comment, you know, finding my style in terms of commentary, finding my style in terms of video. And you all have been here for that, and that's really cool, and that helps so much. And the world is full of magical things, I guess, is the big takeaway from this. And I appreciate each and every one of you for sticking with me through it. And what else? What else did I want to say? But yeah, I was starting to feel a little burnout, and I was starting to wonder, why I was doing it and what it was all for. So maybe the break will be good for me, as unexpected as it is. And and hopefully I will be back refreshed, really rearing to go, really excited to record again, give you guys the content you all deserve. Because that's really it. That's really it more than anything. That you all deserve a channel that is interesting and fun and filled with, great commentary and exciting things. And I can only hope that I can become the sort of LPer that can do that for you. And maybe this break and, refiguring out what I want to do and getting some different experiences in my life will help with that. That's the hope. That's more than anything. That's the hope. Let's expand this out a little bit because it's completely safe in here now because the wall is up there. And yep, thank you. And so we can get that little bit more wheat. I mean, we have so much wheat already, but given the nature of villager trading on this server, it can never hurt to have more. And yeah, that should all hydrate because this is the water block. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, maybe not. No, because it counts as 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, it'll all hydrate. Oh, lovely. Or at least it should, because 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Like, these should, in theory, I think. I don't remember, but they really should, because I think it's rectangular around the center. No! Ugh. I mean, not like I don't have a ludicrous amount of seeds. But yeah, I am so excited for the future. Keep your fingers crossed. I mean, keep your fingers crossed that I get this position or a position like it, because let me explain. It's what's called a learning specialist role. It's basically an assistant in math education. Not always directly in front of the classroom, but doing stuff like lab support in computer labs for things like. Oh, sorry about that. I had an alert open. Um, like a lot of a lot of uh, a lot of colleges and universities nowadays have um, technology supplementing their education. So stuff like labs with Mathematica and MATLAB, or online versions of student tests and student work, stuff like that. Uh, and what and so there's computers on site with all of that, and there needs to be someone there to take care of all of that. And that person needs to have enough math knowledge that they can also help students more directly with the content, instead of just sitting there knowing about computers but not really understanding what they're being used for. And I like the idea of that sort of role. I'd love to actually educate. I'd love to actually teach. Um, but it's very competitive nowadays, and I only have a master's degree. I don't have a doctorate, which limits me a little bit, at least at the start. Uh, so I like doing that, and I love helping students, and I love seeing the results of people learn about math. So doing stuff like that is really exciting to me. And I really hope that I can balance that with gaming and let's playing. I love doing this. I love commentary. I love talking with you guys. Um, I love building stuff for communities, and internet culture fascinates me because so much is changing so fast, and it redefines what we do as people, and that's just the coolest thing in the world to me. So let me move this. I'm gonna put the wall out at the edge, because why is it here? There's no reason for it to be here when it can be here. So that, that, that. With one shutting out. So this one won't be a passageway, it'll just cut through. Celeste can make it a passageway later, I guess, if she feels that's necessary. Whoops, some bit of spikes there. Yeah, I think, so I think it goes like that. Yeah, that looks right. That corresponds to that. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's a fourth and then up. Okay. That's doable. Good thing we're on this side of the wall. Give me that. Well, it won't give me all of it, but I can retrieve that later. Like so. And then the main purpose of this little lip on the top, besides the fact that it looks a little better, is actually that spiders, if spiders are presented with just a flat wall like this, they will be able to climb straight up and then over. With these, they will climb straight up and then hit on this and not know to move out and then up again. So it's anti-spider protection, is what that is. Let's see what else we can do. Put the axe here. Eat a potato. This is why potatoes are better, because I think they take 3, they add 3 haunches, not just 2, like the carrots do. And, The haunches deteriorate at a set rate called satiation. It's hidden variable and, well, if I'm gonna have that out, I might as well just stick this out too. Reclaim the space. And that way too I don't have to deal with the windows. This old boundary is based off of my old abilities to claim, but it's really not relevant anymore at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I can do 4 more. Those and these. Actually, I could also... yeah, I can squeeze in a 5th. Yeah. And seal up this wall. Oh, isn't that handy? There we go. And I probably will make a passageway eventually. But that also means that all of this can go. Which frees up some space for us. To build more stuff if we want to, or just, you know, grow some trees or put some flowers down or something. Make it more interesting. But yeah, I'm really excited about this position. I'm really excited to just do something else. Do more than I'm already doing. Because I love Let's Playing. Let's be truthful. I do love it. But there's also a lot of other things I love doing. And math education's a big part of that. And yeah, so I'm excited. I am excited. Let's get this right here. I am excited. So, and I hope you will stick with me throughout all of this crazy adventure. Oop, that's not what I intended to do at all. Oh, neither was that. What even was that? Oh yeah, I also replaced this. So now there's a border on the road, on the naturally made roads. I think it looks really cool. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I have no idea what the future holds for me, for the channel, other than it's gonna be a wild and awesome ride. And yeah, I am a little hoarse right now because I have been doing a lot of work going into this new endeavor and all the stuff involved in it. So I'm gonna sign off here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening to my rants. It means a lot. So thank you. And I will see you soon, hopefully.